You good, guys?
You good, guys?
Reach out.
It's Ariella.
Ariella.
Okay.
All right, shalom, shalom. We are the brothers of the Great Millstone, the branch here in Chicago, with our honored guest, all right, from Houston, mighty man of the Lord. So with that, we want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers that is doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. Now more so than ever, the would-be judges, the 144,000 ordained to be the ruling class people over all nations, over all governments, over all other people. All right, and his name is Yahushai. All right, who's setting this whole thing up, not JC. Okay, this is ordained by Yahushai for it to be so. All right, and to the rest of the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled birds, the Israelite foreigners, among the heathen nations that have the appearance of the heathen nations. This is not a black only thing.
Right.
All right, and to the very few sisters, the aqua for the listening and learning, we say shalom. We just jump right into this thing because I'm still hot about conversation I really couldn't go into because of where I was. Yesterday, and then it popped up again on the internet, and especially these fly-by-night, Christians, and then these add-water Hebrews, just woke up to the fact they're Israelite, 2 days ago.
Add water, shake your mix.
Right, and they already an elder, and they trying to correct and change the doctrine, bringing that Christianism within the Hebrew thing. This is, look, Christianity is a complete and total fabricated lie, man. Okay, it's been used for nothing but to push Edomite superiority, man, throughout the world, and that's just a brutal, uncomfortable truth for many of you people. All right, because it is exactly what I just called it. It is a racist way to push Edomite, or what they fraudulently call white superiority. Okay, there is no always talking about love, but never showing no love.
Right.
All right, doing all manner of wickedness and evilness. And then all of a sudden, these people want to get all on the internet and start pointing out who the Antichrist is. Like, we wait for this one dude. This one dude gonna show up in a damn tuxedo in a suit with some dark ass glasses on and just be cold and wicked as fuck.
It is on.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's a History Channel doctrine.
Okay, that don't exist, man. That's
National
not.
Geographic.
Look, anything that goes against the scriptures is the spirit of the Antichrist.
That's it.
Okay. You got something? Bring it out, brother.
This 1 John 2:18. Little children, it is the last time, as ye have heard, that Antichrist shall come. Even now are there many Antichrists.
Right? See? There are many. It's not just one. If you push an alphabet lifestyle, you are an Antichrist.
That's right.
If you pushing the woman over the man, you are Antichrist.
If you call on Jesus Christ, you are
Antichrist.
Yeah. And if you're about this present temporal evil world, you are an Antichrist.
There you go.
Oh yeah, if you believe in the Virgin Mary birth, you're an Antichrist because you gotta believe Yahushua came in the flesh.
Yep.
Exactly.
In the flesh, you had to be born. That's what Solomon in the 7th chapter.
And if you believe in the rapture, that certain people are going to get picked up, and then it's going to be 7 years of hell on earth, and the rest of those remain that's chosen got to prove themselves and live through this hell. No, man. The Lord didn't say he was coming back a third time.
Right.
He said he's coming back once, man. Absolutely.
This is the Greek word for Antichrist, Antichristos, or Antichristos. Antichristos. The adversary of the Messiah is the outline of biblical usage. The strong definition goes into an opponent of the Messiah. That means anyone, opponent means someone is in opposition
Right.
of the Messiah. Who's in opposition to Messiah? Nate, you know, Satan, saying that, oh, look, they tried to dig up the Bamalites, ha ha ha. All right, to goddamn it, the paganators, to all the wicked niggas on the left-hand side who call themselves Israelites, to your preachers, to your mama, your dad, anybody. And that's why it's billions. When you say it's billions of Antichrist, it's billions and billions
Yeah,
and
if you're
billions.
a Muslim,
Yes.
if you're into Krishna, if
Yes.
you're into Buddhism,
Yes.
all of those
Yes.
are Antichrist.
Yes.
Absolutely, brother.
This is backed up the whole point, but that definition goes right with it. It's Matthew 12 and 30.
I'm holding it right now.
That's the
That's
spirit.
the spirit.
He
It's
that
right
is
here.
not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad. So you're not gathering,
You scatter.
you're scattering. You're against Yahweh Shai. And if you're against his servants, you're against him.
Exactly.
Yahweh Shai said that. Alright? If you against us, you're against him, you're against the one that sent him.
That's right.
Alright, hey, 1 John says, hereby know we them that are spirit, they hear us.
That's it.
So you're Antichrist, you don't believe us, man. Because what we're saying, our word is the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man.
That's
A
right.
more sure word of prophecy.
He said, if you offend one of these little ones, you know what I'm saying? He said, he took a child. So you offend one of these little ones, you against the Most High Yahweh Shai, man. You got to select it.
This is 1 John 5 and 10. He that believeth on the Son of God hath the witness in himself. He that believeth not God hath made him a liar, because he believeth not the record God gave of his Son. And this is the record that God gave, giving us eternal life. And this life is in his Son. And he that hath the Son hath life, and he that hath not the Son, God hath not life. He haven't given him life. So by being against the Lord, man, you're going to die. Right? You're not going to make it out of here on the first trip. And the Lord is not going to just like let you lay down and go to sleep and you just wake up in the kingdom. You know? Or you just wake up in the kingdom, whether you are Israelite in the kingdom or a heathen in the kingdom. If you are on the shores of America, or no matter where you are in the world, if you're against Yahweh Shai, all right, your exit of this world is going to be painfully gross.
Can I
That's something that I can promise you. You're not just gonna get to, it's not gonna be quick.
That's right.
Exactly.
The Lord, He's a king of terrors. It's gonna be bad, man.
The enemy of the Lord.
That's part of your punishment, especially you 2/3.
Yeah, it says how much sore punishment should they be? That it says how they died between witnesses. It says how much sore punishment are them that have trampled underfoot the grace of the Lord, man. So here it is, the Lord has died for us. We have this grace, and you saying fuck that, fuck
Pretty
what
much.
you did for me,
Pretty much.
It was some more off the meat off what Kana said brought off. I want to probably Kashan. I'm gonna recap what he hit and no homo. And we bring it to the spirit. So like, I hate this place, man. I hate you, but we ain't gotta say that shit no fucking more. I'm so serious,
You
man.
can't even talk no more.
You know what I'm saying? Can have a fucking conversation without having to worry about being overly sexual.
With these weird people that made conversation strange.
right?
Yeah.
You gotta clarify.
That's right. That's right. Right. This is for back. So back to 1 John 2 and 18. Little children. It is the last time, and as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come, even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it's the last time. They went out from us, but they were not all of us. That's why the Spirit had me cussing out Nate and these wicked ass camps, because they act like they're the authorities of Habashiach when they're not. They're fucking the antithesis of it. All right.
And
So it
you
says-
also see many nachas like Elder Benazar. You see a lot of Israelite, most of them is women too, just coming out, bashing the camps. How y'all Israel? Who put y'all in charge? This, that, and the third.
All of them
They just
Antichrists.
revealing themselves, man.
That's right.
And now you got a new thing with them. They all tripping like, about the Hebrew Mexicans now.
Yeah.
It's like where y'all been?
Right.
The
1969.
12 tribe sign has the entire Northern Kingdom on it, dumbasses.
Right.
Like they just so shocked. Like I thought this was a black only thing.
Yeah, that's why Mexico got that black nigga on their team.
Can you on this?
Yeah, that's going crazy.
Without this show,
Hey, I think
you
more than
educated off of reels.
Yeah.
They watching 2-minute reels or compilations of videos.
Idiots that don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
Dipping and dapping and don't know what's
Them
happening.
same guys that them add water Israelites. That's what you can't be studying. You can't take the time and study and learn this. All right. First of all, the Lord gotta give it to you. But you if you can't, you just can't. I remember when Mike Ali used to say it. He used to say you can't learn this in one day. You can't like I can't just give you the super breakdown. Now I can give you understanding what you know and you believe, and only the Lord. I can only give the seed, only the Lord can water it. But I can give you that when you like, damn man, this got to be the truth. Okay, that's fine. But you're not gonna be but you can't go from that moment to go setting up your camera and being this great orator, breaking down. You don't know yet.
Got the turban on.
Right.
It's a little bit more. It says,
Yes.
they went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us. But they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things. I have not written unto you because you know not the truth, but because you know it, and that no lie is of the truth. Who is a liar? But he that denieth that Yahushua is Hamashiach, he is Antichrist. That denieth the Father and the Son. Anybody who denies Yahweh the Father, Yahushua the Son, is an Antichrist. Anybody who's not with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and the pure doctrine, right? Anyone who's against the doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is an Antichrist.
Which includes his will, his plan, and his righteousness.
Yes, and his way, yes.
Yep, and the plan is to destroy this present temporal evil world and the wicked power structure that be to get to the eternal righteous kingdom. So if you're not about the eternal righteous kingdom and the destruction of this present temporal evil world and the power structure that be, you are an Antichrist.
Period.
You had something?
Yeah, I was going to add, man, that's the importance of having 100% truth. Because Yahushua comes in the volume of the book. So when you teaching against any part of the doctrine, you're taking away from his legacy. You're taking away from the importance of who Yahushua is to us, man.
Yes, it
is. All right, he's our only connection to the Most High, man. Yeah, exactly.
I had a quick precept. This John 15.
Oh,
all right.
Okay. This is Isaiah 8:20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. All these Johnny-come-latelys and whatnot, like the Elder Malcolm was saying, y'all don't know enough to teach this cleanly and clearly and directly. You need to get, like I said, get to listen to the GMS men that's putting these videos out and try to bring your knowledge up.
Yeah.
Just so you can interact.
You got these groups of guys that it's always some new group or some new acronym.
Right.
The Wi-Fi or whatever.
Wi-Fi.
A couple of them that's
What
already
for?
disappeared.
Right.
Those were formerly of the sick Kari. Okay, and you got these groups that just pop up, all right, and out of nowhere, and they and that was Murph, the first person I heard say that. These add water Israelites, man. Add water, and all of a sudden the garment and the sign pop up.
They like that little dinosaur, the little fucking sponge you used to have.
Oh yeah, chill pad.
All you gotta do is put a quart of water. That's some jakes, man.
On them post-COVID,
Post-pandemic elders.
post-pandemic,
That's
teachers.
garments in the
Right.
business.
That especially the ones that got the matching garments.
Yeah.
Everybody got the same T-shirt or the same garment. Right? That right there is a sign. Another sign that you probably shouldn't be listening to them if they're speaking through a microphone.
Exactly.
If they're standing on the corner with a microphone, that's a setup group. All right? They're not there. They're either there to make money or they're there to pervert the gospel. All right? And not really teach the truth, man.
That's true.
I got one. Did somebody hold something?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me read this real quick, man. This is Ecclesiastes 12:14. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil, man. So if it's not of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, of the actual true doctrine, the new song, and because that's what we're teaching, right? That's what we were taught, and that's what we're now teaching. And that's the gospel that has to go to the four corners of the earth, and then the end shall come. And look what's happening in the world. Because that God love everybody and rapture doctrine, that's been going on for you know, for
1,000 years.
well, you know, well, not that long, but way too long, hundreds of years, man. I think the rapture is a little over 100 years old.
Oh,
That doctrine,
Right,
and then the God love everybody, you know, you know,
Yeah, that's fine.
cheese and rice doctrine.
Man, bro.
That's 500 years old. And matter of fact, they were preaching that God love everybody and peace and love while they were committing the most atrocious acts of genocide, rape, murder, robbery, land theft, all that in the name of Jesus, you know.
Cheese and rice.
Yeah.
All that in the name of cheese and rice.
Burning you at the stake.
I'm like St. Benji. I don't even like saying that word.
That's
Man.
right.
That J word. All right.
I love you while you getting burned at the
Right,
stake.
they like the dude from the movie. I come in peace.
Yeah.
I come in peace.
That was Dolph Lundgren.
Right.
That's it.
Okay.
That nigga played that fucking.
Right, he's stabbing up, shooting up,
Yeah.
Draining motherfuckers' brain matter.
telling you what, that he come in peace. And I'm like, damn, if that ain't the you know, the epitome of an Edomite.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
as
white
he's
Christian.
kicking in your door with, you know, with shotguns with bayonets on the end of it, talking about how he's coming in peace.
They
Bullets
showed
of
you a
love.
lot of that hate in that movie you told us to watch, 24.
Oh man,
That shit, man. Them Edomites, Esau got a lot to pay for, man.
Oh yeah.
Shit, they showed you that, they trying to get that lady locked up for smoking that Edomite in the Walmart parking lot, man.
Yeah, I
When
seen
they
that
initially
shit.
did the investigation, they let the lady go. It was stand your ground. But these Edomites are hurt.
well, they don't like it when the law works for Jake.
Jake got the gun. Ain't no fun when Jake got the gun, man.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, I always said, I find it very entertaining the lengths they go to justify murder on one end and stupidity on the other end. That's very telling, man. Anybody with common sense knows if somebody pull a banger on me, I don't give a fuck. I'm walking the other way.
Common sense ain't so
And
common.
she was fleeing from him. She was kept backing away from him.
God,
Yeah.
At some point, it's like, okay, you get shot now.
God.
She
But
told him
they
get back.
justified the damn kook that
Exactly.
chased the nigga down.
They shot him in the
Exactly.
back while he's running away from him.
Exactly.
Not pointing a weapon.
Make America great again. This is back in the day. They had the freedom, just like the movie we watched the other day, the 24th.
Yeah.
The Baba Shaw brothers. You need to watch the 24th.
You gotta watch
It's a
it.
good movie, too.
I'm talking to the people on YouTube Lamb too, and you know, but here
It's order for them too.
through the spirit, brother. Y'all, it's going to vex your spirits. It's going to anger your spirits. But I promise you, it's getting you in the spirit of what Esau is trying to make America back to again, where we do not matter.
Right in your face.
In your face. It don't give a fuck about you. Don't give a fuck about where you come from, what you got. Don't care about your DDS, your MLB, your LT degrees, whatever the fuck you got. They don't care. When America's great, we were under them hook, line, and sinker, under their foot in every single fucking way.
I said that yesterday. The best. I said it yesterday on the line. The better your hell is, the better your heaven is, the worse our hell is. The worse y'all hell gonna be, the greatest the kingdom gonna be. That's how much shit y'all gonna be in when we get our hands on y'all.
That's it. So play your game.
Power of the Lord.
That's right.
I
Have your
can't
fun.
wait.
You know what I'm saying? Both sides exposing you and all the things that you fucking do.
Just like that, the Bacon Rebellion that the Elder Malcolm always bring out. That whiteness protected them, and that's what they talking about making America great again.
Exactly.
That's all that is.
That's exactly it,
Low
bro.
class, so-called white.
They want to
Pure
go
white
back to
Christian.
that.
Yep.
A pure white Christian.
Well, this Revelations 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she had filled to a double. Like y'all saying, you know, these Edomites gonna have to get double for what they did.
And not
All
only
of the
them,
wickedness,
all the heathens.
yeah, all the heathens. But you know,
Joined in too.
but you Edomites for sure, man. Y'all gotta get it, man, because y'all do all of these things to Jake, but then turn around when it happens to you, you want to get mad when Jake get justified. No, man, you have to get your judgment. Like them nigga women that beat up that Edomite in the parking lot as well. The video, they ended up beating his ass real bad because he tried to jump on them on some bull crap, and he was the antagonizer.
Yeah, them jiggy
so they
boys
whooped him. Whooped him.
They beat that nigga down.
Yeah, they beat him down. and they was mad. You know, he trying to get the police to get them locked up, but he was the one who started it. It was all on camera, and they was mad that Jake got justified. No, man, you always starting a mess.
Yep.
Now it's time
Hide
for
your
you
hands.
to get the judgment. Those
That's
verses is
Big
falling on
payback.
you.
That's how you know
Bing,
Esau
bing,
was
bing,
Cain.
bing, bing.
Because Cain killed his brother, then he turned around and complained and said, this too heavy for me. Like, nigga, you just went on.
But that's the Edomite spirit.
That's right.
Right? They never want. You know what? The when we cuss out the nigga woman for the non-accountability spirit, she got it from her master.
Exactly.
Esau, Edom, it's the master. He the when Yahweh said, when Yahweh says, where's your brother Abel? He said, am I my brother's keeper?
Right.
No.
Straight lie.
Straight lie, and then through the unaccountability off. That's Esau, Edom. His nature is not to take ownership of the difference with Jake. We fuck up. Matter of fact, they use it in the world today. They get the one cop, they get the other cop, the good cop, the bad cop. Put the guy, make sure you got a fresh pack of squares. Go ahead and get him a happy meal.
Italian beef.
You know,
Pepsi.
and at first, like, I ain't telling, ain't nothing happened. So once you get his square, got
Nacho cheese on that
little
bitch,
nacho
too.
cheese.
Italian
Black
beef,
folk in
nacho
there.
cheese.
Raymond was in there, Daquan, and Shanae too. I mean, go ahead and trick off on the whole squad.
Yeah, we know.
This is an age-old bullshit, but they won't take accountability. But Jake nationally will take accountability.
I got something for you. This Sirach 13:3. The rich men have done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal.
Right.
The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also. So Esau be dead in the wrong, man, and yet he still cursing and acting like he innocent, man.
Yeah, man.
That shit over with, man. The
It's
prophets,
No, keep going.
Go ahead.
No, because that's what the nigga one got that don't want to take accountability from Zaddy Esau. And like the brother Malcolm brought out a couple years ago, the regular bill, Esau fell for Okadoke. His dumb ass felt that 1681 white status and shit. Will fuck them up and shit. And then his stupid ass, after that, got rid of all America food source, the buffaloes and stuff. And then he destroyed all those Jake towns and shit, flood and burn them up shit. All right, who could have been another source of jobs and shit like that, food and everything. And then he won't turn around. And then also, he ain't say shit when the Israel Knox established that fake ass stake over there, and America sent all that money and resource over there instead of him and shit. But he won't make Jake the face his prophecy. The thing is, Esau don't want to look in the mirror and shit. And he trying his damn hardest trying to avoid that Isaiah 19:2. No, Esau, you're not going to avoid that Isaiah 19:2.
Yeah.
All right? You're going to fucking fulfill it. You're going to bloody fucking fulfill it. Ain't going to be no one fucking day you get tired. Y'all wave the white flag and all this shit. All right? Like the scripture says, it's going to be blood up to the brittle, man. You going to blow each other. Those guns you got, you think you're going to shoot a bunch of nigs and engines and spicks with? You going to use that guns to blow your asses apart each other away and shit, man.
I got it.
The brother hold the precept.
Genesis 4:23. It says, and Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice, and you wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold. And that's why all these people that attack these Edomites, the Carmelo Anthony's, the other, the chick they were talking about, they end up getting in trouble for that.
They get severely punished.
I just actually saw
Even when they're in the right.
I just saw a thing on Instagram with the white girl saying, I think that white people are the people of Cain because just because of that. I will have to dig it to find it up. But she said that she's like, well, because they can't hurt nobody.
30 videos with women, mostly Edomite women, going in on Esau.
Yeah.
Play.
All right. Now I'm about to play one now because a brother said it. When was America great? And I got this Gadite, and she the most Judite Gadite broad I've ever seen in my life.
Play.
I know you're talking about.
But she go. They even labeled her video sensitive.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds about right.
And it's about maybe 2 minutes long, with just her cussing out the so-called white man. All right. So you hold the scripture though, brother?
No, it's history to go into.
Oh, okay, come on. Well, let me play this and then bring out the history. That's perfect.
She be going in.
She gonna set the stage. All right.
When the fuck was America great? America
Oh, shit.
was never
Hold
great.
on.
America was.
Another
Oh yeah, y'all
Hold
been
on.
through.
Hold on.
Y'all been through on that.
No, it didn't sync to the
Speak.
I think that's the, it should say Ariel or it should say, I know the name, it depends on if it's an Android or iPhone, depending.
Maybe somebody else hooked up to it. That's probably what's happening.
I'm off my Bluetooth, nobody else should be.
Okay.
You know what, let me see, so I got you.
Make sure you're on Bluetooth off.
You go here, nobody, it won't connect to something unless you do it there. And then we'll do this, press this right here. There you go. Put Bluetooth up. Click on the icon. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. No, you had it. Just that. No, back.
Android
Right there.
shit.
Sound cool?
No, no, sir.
Maybe
Clips it. There you go. I just said, boom, boom. You should be connected. You should be connected.
When the fuck was America great? America was never great. America was never great. All you guys did was kidnap kids, rape kids, sodomize kids, boil people alive, chop off hands, rape, genocide, left and right. And that was this week. That was this week, bitch. The genocide hasn't stopped.
yeah, y'all been through.
Fuck, people are still getting shot in the fucking back, in the front, and the police are getting let off with no time. It's socialist, it's white. It's white supremacy at its finest. When the fuck was America great? America wasn't great since Columbus jumped off that fucking ship and his sociopathic serial killer fucking diaries about raping and shit. America was never great since y'all pulled up with the fucking boats. When the fuck was America great, bitch? Not in my lifetime. Not in my fucking lifetime. It's great for white supremacy. When the fuck was America great? When the fuck was America great? America was never great.
Actually, that was enough.
Yeah.
I mean, she goes for a while, but she dropped some nuggets in history. I mean, she was, what no lies detected, and what's crazy is that, and that's a Gadite woman. I believe she's really Judite though, but
Bitch Chinese.
but then but what's really crazy is the sentiment that when you getting that from Edomite women. Edomite women are coming in the same sentiment as she is, and pointing out, white fragility and the right fragile, the weak fragile ego of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. They calling them out on it, man.
Yeah, just laying back and off a couple points coming off of the movie, the 24th. It was a scene initially when the cop, the local Houston PD, he had told Jake
Cross.
He said
Cross.
His first scene, he told him, he said, I'm from Fort Bend County, where niggas don't talk back to whites. And Fort Bend County is neighbor to Sugar Land. They was known for sugar plantations.
Yeah. Maybe they get candy. When I saw that, maybe they get candy land because they say it's called a sugar land.
And you still got like prisons and shit out there in Sugar Land, which border Houston and shit. So you get locked up, you out there, they still getting free labor off, and they're still out there fucking working in sugar fields and shit. But just some quick history. I just had Googled Fort Bend County plantation slaves. It says Fort Bend County, situated in the fertile Brazos River Valley, which was the epicenter of Texas antebellum sugar plantation economy. Driven by enslaved labor, the county had a black majority by 1850. The movie was set around 1917.
Yeah.
So this was prior. He made the statement. He said, black college graduates.
He was mad.
He was saying that they coming up. We supposed to still have them in the fields, and they starting to come back, man. Okay, but it says this brutal history of plantation and exploitation eventually evolved into the convict leasing system, a post-Civil War era of forced labor. All right, it says the demographics. It says by 1860, the county's enslaved population was 4,127, heavily outnumbering the white population. Enslaved people produced massive yields of cotton, corn, and sugar cane. Just bringing it out to show, man, yeah, that's a rich history out there. All right, you see Jake that's in that area now, and they proud, they got money, but they don't know this land full of fucking bloodshed and living off of the backs of your own people.
How
man.
many bones of your ancestors in that damn dirt?
I see something similar. I believe it's in Florida where they have the Haitians, where it's basically they're so poor that they just send them to work these fields for cash.
Yeah.
So it's like the same thing that he said, but it's still going on because those Haitians have other people like that and make them work all this rough ass hours because it was basically like a murder case. But they went into how that little community, since it's mostly the employees of those sugar fields or whatever, that they basically let them govern themselves. That's why they end up killing each other or they turn to gangs because then what they do is they start turning on each other. But they basically have no rights because the police don't come out and regulate because they kind of let them kill each other and they just come pick up the bodies. That was the story of that first 48.
I mean, you still got chain gangs down south.
Right.
That was the purpose of locking Jake up and putting the case on you. Because once you get a case on you, basically you go right to store away. You like, you no longer, That's why I used to come to your neighborhood and put all them shit on Jake and frame you and shit. Because now you back in the system. You be a free slave again.
This is Isaiah 42 and 22.
Man, that was the spirit I was about to call for. Go ahead, bro.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for prey and none delivereth, for soul and none saith restore.
Can I bring this out, Pops?
Go ahead.
Just backing up is with the brother Chicago and Pops, with the elder bros going into, especially that scripture. This the 13th Amendment. It said the 13th, and it was just Babylon birthday, but it says the 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, ratified December 6, 1865. Now look, it says permanently abolish slavery and involuntary servitude across the United States. Now when you go down to 1, it says core text of the amendment, it says neither slavery or involuntary servitude except as a punishment for a crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted shall exist in the United States. So there you go, the prison industrial system, which the brother's going into, and like the elder bro was saying from Houston, my uncle, that nigga always got locked up here, but he got locked up in motherfucking Texas, and he was saying, he said everything you eat, and you got jobs and shit in the joint up here, they put you to it, but he said everything you eat on that tray, you grow. They send your ass outside, you gotta pick, and you picking. My uncle was down there, he was locked up down there for like 2 or 3 years, and he said they was on that shit.
Yeah, I had one
This was in '99.
Same shit. He was locked up in Sugar Land. That was one of the main little prisons. They still had you out there, like you said. Everything they getting, they got to go out there and pick. Yeah, shit, man.
Yeah, the line back off what you were saying as far as in that history, like I said, they freed them and then they turned around. If you couldn't own land and be able to read and write, then they made you they made you a vagrant. And if you was a vagrant, that means you wasn't part of society.
Those are the Jim Crow laws.
Right.
So they see how you take a man and you don't give him employment. All right? And then when that man don't have employment, if he's walking around looking for employment, they would call that vagrancy.
That's right.
All right?
Yep.
So that Isaiah 42 and 22, it should really make you angry, man. All right? Did anybody find that list?
I got you.
Okay.
So I just asked, give me some names of stockholders in private prisons. And the first thing it said was the 2 largest companies that have the private prisons are Core Civic and Geo Group.
Okay.
And then I asked...
Core Civic and Geo Group, okay.
So I
hear that?
I asked for the names of like the people involved in this. It says Damon T. Henniger.
You know what he is.
Mark A. Emkes. George C. Zoli. J. David Donahue.
They got some little habits on.
I'm not gonna say
Ryan R. Evans, Michael Burry, and Jim Simmons are the main names that popped up in terms of like higher ups in those companies.
All right.
Fake names too.
Yeah, more,
Yeah, fake names. Yeah.
more likely. Because the internet is trying to protect the who's.
Con.
All right, but you already know who the stockholders are, who the ones who got the money in that.
The
And so
Matsu
you can't be the victim and the villain. So the fact that Esau profits off Isaiah 42 and 22 is the evidence that he can't be the people of the Lord. That's just yet another one. All right, because they're not, it's not Edomites are locked away in prison houses like that, and especially those of the wearers of the smaller hats, especially them.
There was a brother that I was speaking with, and he was telling me how, where he was at, a lot of the clothing had BB on it and whatnot. Come to find out,
Bob Barker.
They're Bob Barker.
Yeah, I was in there with that Bob Barker.
Yeah, the soap too.
Yeah, the soap, the toothpaste, everything. The soap, the toothpaste.
Yeah, the soap says Bob Barker.
When you get that state shit.
And Barker is his name.
Yeah, yeah. The motherfucker,
Yeah.
the host of fucking, what was that?
They throw you that shit on the new.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if it's the same exact guy, but that's definitely the name on it.
Right.
Ask this real quick,
No, go ahead, bro.
because he ended up looking for individuals. But then under that, in the AI, it says top institutional holders.
Ooh.
All right, so these are the companies. BlackRock,
Yep.
of course you expect that.
We already know Vanguard and BlackRock.
Exactly.
Vanguard Group. Then State Street Corporation, check this. Goldman Sachs Group Inc.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah.
So how can you? So is Goldman? Any Goldman Sachs? Members are locked up away in prison houses and by the millions.
No, they own it.
They own. That's the point.
Exactly.
So there's no way.
The owner is locked up in his own shit.
Exactly.
They should be the tail, not the head, man.
That's right.
So if Goldman Sachs is invested in these prisons, they the head.
Amalekite.
They can't be the real Jews, man. It's like,
No, just a little bit more on this AI overview. The title of this section says Convict Leasing and the Sugar Land 95. It says, following emancipation, former plantations in the area were transitioned into state prison forms. Under the convict leasing system, African American men were arrested often for minor or fabricated charges and rented out to landowners. So they just take the plantations and turn it into prisons, and then snatching Jake up for bullshit, throw charges at him.
Lying on him.
Yeah.
Hey, we all saw the movie Life.
Yeah.
And they do that here in Chicago. It's called the SWAT program.
That's right.
Instead of you having to go to the fucking jail, you plead out. They say do X, Y, Z, do SWAT, do these many hours SWAT.
Right, sure.
You go to the fucking county, you go to the court, wherever it's at, it's different spots. Yep, you go to the court, they take you away, wherever, they take you to clean, they have you clean up horse shit,
side of the
road,
road,
whatever the horse said.
road
And if
kill.
you're rich enough, they have you set up and break down, say they having like a gathering or something, you will be set down and break it down for these rich private property owners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you able to get these niggas to do this when they supposed to be doing shit for the city?
They get it rented out.
You clean up the CTA shit. You do all this shit. They had niggas on the side of the road cleaning up
That's
horse
right.
shit from the horse trail.
Yeah.
They got that here too. This everywhere.
Yeah, you see them
It's called
motherfuckers
SWAT, man.
you see them out there on the edge of the highways and whatnot, clean all that garbage off the side of the highways and shit like that too.
I got a quick precept. This is Isaiah 10:1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widow may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
That's right.
Everything y'all saying, that's exactly what they doing. They always put these unrighteous laws, when you doing all of these X amount of things for them to benefit Edomites. You're not benefiting nobody else, and not only just any Edomites, the elites. That's who you benefit. You putting back money into their company, so they get you to do cheap labor. That's what they do in the prison. Have you do all of this work for cheap, you ain't getting nothing paid, nothing but pennies on the dollar, and then they just getting richer and richer off of you. That's why they want you to
$20
be
a month.
locked up. That's why they police our neighborhoods all the time. Every time you turn around, it's nothing but Edomites in your neighborhoods. Then you got Jake jumping on the train with these cops now, because now they becoming them, and then they just policing you, and everything you do, they trying to pull you over and lock you up for any little thing, man.
Well, Esau's best friend was a king, because Esau know that he can't compete with Jacob. So he has to put the laws in place to advance.
Well, the miscegenation laws. The first things that he did when they made up whiteness, all right, when they declared themselves white, because even in the 1600s, so-called white women were choosing to be with Jacob. So they had. So think about it, man. Think about the power behind that. They had to make laws to keep their women away from Jacob.
Esau, bitch, man.
All right. So some of these women were literally choosing to be. She's like, I'd rather be poor and struggle, and be with this nigga, than to be with your pale ass. Because at least I'm satisfied. Whatever was going on, she was. Think about it. That's really heavy, man.
That's heavy as hell.
They had to make laws to make these women be with their own men, and they were crying. They were crying, And so that's exactly what they did, and then they put hell on the women. They made it. Well, if you stay with them and you marry them anyway, your children will become slaves until their 18th birthday or some shit like that.
What a bitch.
That's what they did. So the women, and then they got to the point that didn't stop them, so they kept doing that. And so then the next step was, well, you yourself become a slave too. So finally the white woman like, fuck, I guess we gotta go be with these little pencil dick motherfuckers, and that's what they did.
And they fucking hate it.
We back now.
And so now, yeah,
We back.
Hey, Mortimer. When he wrote, I forget his name, he wrote Romeo and Juliet, because he was Shakespeare. So he talking about getting with an Edomite woman. They hated that. That's why they hated Shakespeare so much, because Edomite women then were.
Well, that's why they lied about him and said he was a so-called white man.
Yeah.
But so the evidence of that, when you think of Romeo and Juliet, and
Othello, the Moor
of Venice, man.
The Murphy
What if white people were ruling, ain't no way on God's green earth that you'd have got somebody like that police officer in that movie we watched, Officer Cross, would write a story about a Moor banging out a Christian Edomite woman.
Knocking the rocks off.
All right.
Bitch.
He gonna write a whole story about this love affair between a Moor and a white Christian woman. If that alone right there is nothing, you just use common sense, man.
And if you actually read the play and to hear the wordage, ain't no way. And I'm not about to go play because I'm almost ready to go ahead and give my monologue,
And I have his great. I have his works too. I actually have 2 different books of Shakespeare's works, and one of them I got it damn near 20 years ago of Shakespeare's works, and then I went to the glossary, and in the glossary it had definitions. And one of the definitions, when it got to Cain, it said colored red.
Damn.
So they know that the mark of Cain. What you understand what I'm telling you? It's telling you that right in that book, under the definitions in the glossary, it said Cain, colored red.
What book is that?
You know what? I'm gonna bring it to you and give it to you. Because I had it. I used it.
Here's the image, the real image of Shakespeare right here.
Yeah, look at that forehead, man. That's a black forehead.
And look at your hair.
Almost look like Elder Big Gag. Come on, man.
He called me yesterday. I talked to him yesterday. I talked to him last night. He sent his love. I talked to him last night.
Pass around for the cameras. Make sure you keep it on. That's
And
I got the book over here somewhere. I'm not about to start digging them.
He came back to chat.
It's possible. Hey,
that's crazy.
But that's the picture of Shakespeare. And this is how you go ahead and cut Esau. All you got to do is go back. Shakespeare wrote books. He not only plays, he wrote memoirs. You go into his memoirs and see how he described himself and others. And here he says, in his book, his own book, he said, I was mad at people calling me little black Jew boy. Why would they call him little black Jew boy?
Because he was a nigga.
Because he was a nigga and he was dark skinned and he was a man.
And all his plays was wrote for black people. The thing was just that you couldn't get around it with Othello.
Yeah, Othello was so on top of the nose.
He's Spike Lee,
we don't make a play talking about him and his blackness and him and his curliness or her and her. We always say Shaquanda did something and did whatever the fuck. But sometimes they did through antiquity, and you go to a lot from Charlotte, Queen Charlotte, Sophia. They'll say her and her. She was more like Redbone. They described her. Then they'll talk about this person. They'll say he's swarthy. They'll say, oh, this person they're tawny. Or this person, and you go back into the old annals of the dark, so-called Middle Ages, the Dark Ages. You'll see many writings about King this, King Charles, King George, and they were describing the nobleman of this is the Duke of this is the he looked like this and that. And you go into the book Nature Knows No Color Lines from J.A. Rogers.
You know you're gonna make Scarfool's pussy hurt.
You know? And then you see all the pictures.
This clown right here.
Right. Let him picture and let him hurt.
No, it's on my camera over there, but I'm just looking at the comments.
Yeah,
that's all right, Pat.
His pussy hurt right now.
Yeah.
So.
Get beaten up. Vaginal.
Somebody pass this around to the
Candy's in the bunch.
just to show some of the pictures, man. See, the proof is in the receipts, man. The proof is in the pudding. All right? The proof is in the precepts, man. Not in the rhetoric of Esau Edom, not in the talking points of any talking head. It's in actual facts, historians, the scriptures, and real tangible receipts, man. That's why they hate us, because that's what we do. We don't care about words. We don't care about talking. We come with the evidence, man.
Receipts.
Fictitious talking points.
Receipts.
Sometimes evidence ain't enough for these unbelievers.
It was never
That's okay.
Hey, what if,
Just like it, bro. Wisdom of Solomon, the second chapter. He said the transgressing of our education. He know he teaching falsehood, so he don't want to hear nothing.
yeah. What you said, Psalm 383 got death out of ears.
Cognitive
Yeah,
dissonance.
Cognitive
dissonance.
No. Cognitive denialism, bro. Hey, it's beyond cognitive dissonance. It's cognitive denialism. They straight out deny the nose on their own face.
I'm finna tell a bitch that.
All right? And that's straight up. They deny that up is that way.
Yeah.
All right?
It's just like Eltar said, we don't got to show proof that we're the Israelites, fuck them.
Yeah, that's
We've
true.
already done that.
Right.
They can't show proof that they are. That's
Right.
the problem.
Where your trains? Where your pictures of the trains?
Prove you're not an
All
Edomite.
right. Show me the whips, the scars in the back. Show me the shackles. Show me the why you run Wall Street. Why you
Then why'd you lie about the Edomites?
Come
Why'd you lie,
Well,
man?
within Christianism, you taught that the Edomites were done away with.
That's
And
right.
now Christians are trying to defend the Edomites, saying that they can make it.
Right. Which one
What
is
you
it?
got, you
The Spider-Man's.
This is Psalms 102 and 19. It said, for he hath looked down from the height of his sanctuary from heaven, that the Lord behold the earth, to hear the groaning of the prisoner, to loose those that are appointed to death, to declare the name of the Lord in Zion and his praise in Jerusalem, when the people are gathered together in the kingdoms to serve the Lord. That's what he did, man. He's releasing us. This is it. From the chains that are bound us, man.
Mental bondage.
And physically, and the physical evidence to back it up. Somebody get Isaiah 25:7 just to back up Shema.
This is Isaiah 25:7.
All right, write this down, Scarfool.
And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people.
So all the Edomite lies, all the whitewashed history from the dark ages to medieval times, lying about shit. All right, lying about, you know. Look, let me tell you this, Scarfool, and I hope you write it down. All right. But you are not the Vikings. You are not the Irish.
Come on,
You are not the Scots. You are not the Brits. You want none of that, man. You want the Italians, you want the Spanish.
Definitely
You want
want
none of that. Not originally.
You eat them like.
Because there's too much evidence. You want the Germans.
That's right.
You know, go read the letter that you're colonizing. Your four colonizers wrote. Ben Franklin. Right? Your four colonizer Ben Franklin wrote about it, about the people of Eurasia, of Asia. Go ahead, Copper.
This is paragraph 24 of the Observations of Mankind, written by Ben Franklin. It says, 24, it says, which leads me to add one remark. That
Do you have 23 by chance?
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Read the second part of 23 down through 24.
Okay, I'll get it real quick. Real quick. Observations of Mankind.
Yeah, you want to screenshot 23 and 24.
Observations of Mankind, paragraph 23.
I believe they're going to eventually remove this letter off the internet.
Some sound doctrine.
I got it.
Okay, he got it. Go ahead, brother. Start about the halfway point. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
So this is Observations of Mankind, paragraph, halfway through paragraph 23. Hold on one second. You talking about, and since the detachments of English, you want me to start there?
Yes.
And since detachments of English from Britain sent to America will have their places at home, so soon supplied and increased so largely here, why should the Palatine Boers...
Boers. Now, Palatine Boers are talking about the people from Palestine, and they call them black pigs. When you look up when you look up Moreno on the etymology online dictionary, it tells you Moreno. It says a Christian. It says a Jew or a Christian or a Muslim. Swine. Because they're referring to them as Palatine Boers. So why should these people from that part of these black pigs? That's what they would call us.
Yep.
But go ahead.
It says, why should the Palatine Boers be suffered to swarm into our settlements, and by herding together establish their language and manners to the exclusion of ours?
You writing down these historical documents, Scarfoo? With your dumb ass?
Right.
All right, go ahead.
It says, why should Pennsylvania, founded by the English, become a colony of aliens, who will shortly be so numerous as to Germanize us instead of our anglifying them?
Right, so Germanize them. So they worried about... Why are you worried about the way? I thought Germans was white. How Hitler's and shit.
You go turn them black.
Right, because the Germans were not white to begin with. Right. They became white after the fact, dumbass.
That's
Keep
right.
reading, brother.
And will never adopt our language or customs any more than they can acquire our complexion.
Right, so they were not pale, Scarfoo, with your dumb ass.
Right.
All right? Come on another brother's channel. You probably a bot anyway. Hide behind a fake name. You probably got 10 fake accounts just so you can talk shit.
I got one.
Weak ass punk.
Hold on. French come from Frank. Frank means generous. When you crackers have been generous, you never been generous. You be fucking jealous, man.
Exactly. But continue, brother. Hey, y'all tone that down, brother. Go ahead.
Paragraph 24, written by Ben Franklin. It says, which leads me to add one remark, that the number of purely white people in the world is proportionably very small. Obadiah, I have made you small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised.
That's right.
It says, all Africa is black or tawny.
That's right.
Asia chiefly tawny. America, exclusive of the newcomers, wholly so. It says, and in Europe, the Spaniards, Italians, French, Russians, and Swedes are generally of what we call a swarthy complexion.
And that was the picture that was going around. This is icons and saints of the Eastern Orthodox Church. Over there from Russia to goddammit to Baltics to all goddammit to England, Scotland.
All throughout Asia.
Yes.
Right. All right. Europe is in Asia, dumbass.
Dumb nigga.
All right. There's no such thing as Europe. There's no such thing as the Middle East. You made that shit up, just like you made up whiteness.
That's right.
Hey, Salak, Elder, you're right.
Yes, sir.
Could you please get that book, Nature Has No Color Line, with the
But go
Coat
ahead.
of arms, the Swartz.
He just showed that, bro.
No, because they got a new doctrine talking about swarty don't mean dark skin.
Oh, I've heard it. They trying to say it means something else. But what? Yeah. Now all of a sudden, swarthy doesn't mean, dark skin anymore.
Dark skin.
Right? Because they remember they replaced Swartz with black, and now they're trying to replace Swartz all saying because I had a fight, an argument with A.A. over the matter until they brought up olives. Right. I said not olive. Well, they were olive complected. I said, well, were they the green ones or were they the black and brown ones? Mm-hmm. Then I was saying, oh yeah, you got
that
a point.
was different.
Pretty much.
I was either green or black.
No, they come in brown.
Or sort of brownish. But I've never seen a green person.
Oh, that's an alien, man.
I've never seen that. No, that's Star Trek. The green bitch in front of the brothers.
If you look at the fifth row, you see
the green bitch.
So that. You see Swartz in the last name. That's Swarty, man.
Schwarzenegger, nigga.
That's right. And that means doubly dark.
Nigga, boy.
2 times.
All right. Swarthy and nigger.
2 times.
What you got, brother?
I got the definition for swarthy and smart in the Adam Online.
Okay.
So swarthy, the adjectives, it says dark colored or tawny. Especially in reference to skin.
Yeah, so they trying, like you said, they're trying to change. Swarthy cut them so badly that they're trying to now change the definition, but there's too much history written on it already. I got old ass definitions from old ass dictionaries. That you
can't go back.
Matter of fact, in most modern dictionaries, that word won't even be there. All right. In most modern dictionaries, that word's not even gonna be there.
One time. This is a long time ago. This is years ago. This when I was still doing the furniture shit. This over 10 years ago. I was cutting this Mexican nigga, right? And I thought he was a Mexican. This when I first started kicking it with him. But we was doing some work late as hell. And then he was like, no, man. He said, but my father is German. He said, because I was cutting him with the truth. Because he tried to come at me with some Mexican Catholicism. So I couldn't take it no more. I just got to whipping the nigga. So... And like a couple days, and a couple beat downs, he was real humble. He was like, but see, I couldn't be no Mexican because my father's German. I said, German? I said, your father could be a nigga, shit. And he said, let me go to this store to get this hair gel. It's the only one I use. And the hair gel was called Schwarzkopf, blackhead.
Yeah.
When he grabbed it.
I know Schwarzkopf.
And I said, damn, you a nigga. And when we got to the register, the old lady looked at us. And she said, she looked at us and she read it. And the old lady was a German. And she told us it was so many thousand Germans when she left. When she left, she like 80 years old. She said she left in like the 60s or something. Right. She said that she gave us the population of Negroes that was in Germany. It was wild as hell. Because I said, you might be a nigga. Then he hopped out the car and he said, I got to go get this hair gel real quick. And it was called Schwarzkopf. And the lady at the register, it was just me, him, and a little old ass lady in there. And she read it. And she said, this remind me of my country. And I said, I told you your daddy was a nigga. That blew his socks off, no homo. That was wild. It was wild. It happened just like that.
What? The thing is that most of the whites that I've encountered that find out that they are niggas or the chances they might be, they be excited about that shit.
Now,
Rock and roll nigga.
Yeah, nigga seen Steven Tyler. That nigga said, thank God.
Yeah, exactly. God.
Yeah.
And he should. Yeah. Chances of Steven making it is highly unlikely. But we know we're still in the kingdom, though.
Yeah.
This is an old conversation I seen with AI
when
they first added to Snapchat. It was a whole lot going on, and I finally asked, why were Germans called swarthy by Benjamin Franklin? AI says, Franklin, one of the founding fathers, made a lot of the
founding colonizers, but
right. About Germans in his writings. One of the most famous is swarthy in his letter 1753. It's not entirely clear why Franklin used the term to describe Germans. Possibly then referring to their skin tone or complexion, which may have been seen as being darker than other Europeans. Then it said it is also possible that he was using the term more generally to describe Germans as being unattractive or uncivilized. Regardless of the specific meaning of swarthy, it's important to remember Franklin's comments about Germans were part of a broader pattern of prejudice. So AI tried to make it sound like it's not black.
Of course it
Then
is.
I said he referenced skin complexion. He literally said complexion in the letter and not just Germans. A.K.A. says, you're correct. You use the term complexion is done to describe Germans and Europeans. However, it's important that skin color and this not the same thing. So he ended up agreeing. Then and I asked, why are you hiding it? I'm not hiding anything from you. I'm simply trying to find accurate and unbiased information.
That's bullshit.
I said, you said you aren't sure what he's talking about complexion. Then say he did mention it was complexion. You changed your stance. I apologize for the confusion. You are correct. Benjamin Franklin used the term complexion in his letter to describe Germans and other European groups.
Ooh. That's very powerful.
And you have to.
And I'm glad you say that. You need to send that to me.
And you got to back him
and
to a
send
corner.
it to this phone, not my regular.
You gotta interrogate that.
You got to back AI into a corner. You have to ask the
And
right
I've
questions.
done it over and over again.
That's the only way, because they'll go ahead and do it. They're programmed to spin you off. But if you trap them up, then they'll be trapped.
Even more so, brother, they're programmed to defend
the little hat, the narrative.
No, those are the smaller hats.
Yeah.
The dreidel.
Hey, they asked AI one time to, so what they call AI, to draw a picture of itself, and it was a little hat. It was a picture of a little hat. You know?
Those of the smaller hats.
Yeah. That's why you gotta interrogate this motherfucker. So you gotta.
He still ain't get
it. Yeah.
I know.
Bring it out, brother.
Now that's the definition for swart. It says Old English swart, black, being of a dark hue.
And ain't no way around it, man. Swarthy means those of a darker hue. And I've often done lessons where they replace swarthy with black. Because black, we've already broken down, the wickedness, the evil sentiment that's behind the word black. It really had nothing to do with skin color. It had to do with everything with being evil and dirty and all these other adjectives, all these other synonyms. Whereas swarthy was literally talking about complexion. With black, you can, well, just go read the damn definition. So instead of referring to you as swarthy people, they purposely called you black people, just like they call themselves white, and ain't nothing white about them. And not visibly, they're not white, and definitely by definition, they're clearly not white. Especially the part when it says without bloodshed, because there's nobody on the face of the earth that has shed more blood than Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right, is that bitch nigga still on there?
I don't know. I think he finally.
He tapped out. He tapped out.
Started walking down the block with flamethrowers and shit.
Alright.
So no, we gonna get ready to wrap it up, brothers. We're not gonna drag this one out. Hey, so with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, all honor and glory unto
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakadash.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Baba.
Turn those machines off. Go to the summer.
Can we do the prayer at around? Let's make sure we get around.